Hello everyone, nice to meet you again with the Disney 3D Art channel. In today's video it will be the character Flik from the movie A Bug's Life. Flik is the protagonist of Disney Pixar's 1998 animated feature film A Bug's Life. He is an outcast Argentine ant living upon an ant colony, who wishes to free and save his home from the tyranny of a colony consisted of grasshoppers. Everyone keeps telling Flik to stop questioning tradition and be a good worker ant. But he knows that's not his lot in life, even when the going gets tough. This resourceful but misguided ant risks everything despite some major setbacks and the prevailing perception that he's a failure. Flik is a nerdy, intuitive, inventive, and courageous ant. Although he is a well-meaning bug of the ant colony and wants to make a difference to his colony's way of life, he unintentionally makes things worse in the process due to his clumsy attitude and lack of well-being for others. He is very creative with his inventions, which include a telescope created by wrapping a blade of grass around a dewdrop, an automatic harvester, several items of traveler's gear, and the bird-shaped aircraft used to terrify the grasshoppers. He is great friends with Dot, Princess Ada, the circus bugs, and the blueberries. In the film, Flik is an odd, inventive ant who is desperate to make a difference to his colony's way of life. He is also sweet to Princess Ada and has a crush on her, but has a tendency of making things worse for himself. He is first shown using a harvesting machine he made himself and is ordered to pick grain the old-fashioned way. Flik sadly but dramatically heads back to the wheat forest, and Ada's younger sister Dot follows, saying she is impressed by his inventions. Flik, however, feels discouraged and doubts if he will ever make a difference, and Dot expresses her own insecurity, saying she's too little. Flik tries to make his new friend feel better by showing her a metaphor of how, like a tiny seed takes time to become a giant tree, we have potential to do great things in time. Suddenly, it is time for the harvesting for a horde of grasshoppers to end and the ants to retreat to the anthill. Flik hurriedly drops the grain he collected onto the offering stone and accidentally lets his contraption knock the pile of food off the edge. He hurries to where the rest of the colony is to tell them what happened when the grasshoppers crash in. Their leader, Hopper, offers the colony a second chance and threatens to harm Dot if they don't take it. Flik is the only one to stand up and tell the bully to stop it. After Hopper lets the little princess go, he doubles the quota that has to be met by the end of summer. After the gang leaves, Flik is put on trial. The Royal Council reprimand him, but it quickly dissolves into an argument about what his punishment should be, each being rejected due to a past incident. However, Flik suggests recruiting bigger bugs to help fight the grasshoppers away. After the Royal Council approves his idea, assuming that Flik would not be around to cause any more trouble, Flik leaves Ant Island and ventures to the city, rubbish under a caravan, where he mistakes a recently fired circus troupe for warriors when some of them do an act based on Robin Hood. Flik returns to Ant Island with the circus troupe, who have mistaken him for a talent scout, and introduces the ants to the troupe. Flik declares that he shouldn't take all the credit, stating that it was Ada who sent him on his way and she should take part of the credit. While he is giving his speech, he finds out that he had made a mistake. He excuses himself to have a conversation with the warriors. Flik begs them to stay, saying if the colony finds out what he did, they would never let him live it down. The bugs still don't want any part in this and fly across the stream from the ant island with Flik in pursuit. After a nearly fatal encounter with a bird in which Dot is saved by the circus bugs, Flik is given the privilege to speak with Ada herself, in which Ada apologizes to Flik for her misjudgment. Learning from Ada that Hopper is afraid of birds, Flik comes up with an idea and tells the circus bugs that they will build a makeshift bird, controlled from the inside, to scare Hopper away, as long as they keep the idea secret from the rest of the colony. The idea goes into motion and, during the process, Flik is shown acting awkwardly around Ada and staring lovingly at her. After the bird is complete, the ants celebrate and Ada thanks Flik for finding the warrior bugs getting their antennas tangled. But when the circus troupe's leader, P.T. Flea, arrives at the island in search for them, Flik's mistake is made public to the colony. A disappointed Ada sees Flik through his lies and has him banished, this time forever. Downhearted, Flik leaves Ant Island with the circus troupe, However, Dot catches up with him and tells him that Hopper, who invaded the island with his grasshoppers, will kill her mother, the queen, after the ants have finished gathering food. The circus bugs suggest using the bird. However, Flik comments that the bird is no good, much to their shock. Flik is still ashamed of himself for being such a screw-up in the eyes of the colony and adds that the bird is a guaranteed failure, just like him. The circus bugs remind Flik that they have benefited from him, and show that they're willing to help him save his colony. Dot pleads with him, but Flik, still doubtful of himself, refuses. Dot brings him a rock and uses Flik's words from the beginning from the film. Flik regains his confidence and returns with the circus bugs to Ant Island, where he, Dot, and the blueberries climb aboard the bird and take control of the model. The plan almost works, but the bird misdirects and crashes into the circus wagon, freeing PT, who sees the bird and sets it on fire, prompting Flik to crash land the bird. Hopper, realizing that he has been tricked, orders his henchman Thumper to savagely beat Flik up when he confesses that he is responsible for the mayhem. Despite the injuries and insults he has sustained in the film's turning point, Flik angrily stands up to Hopper, exposes his plot to kill the queen, and states how ants are not meant to serve grasshoppers but are capable insects who are strong in numbers. All the ants, including Ada, are moved by Flik's speech and realize what Hopper is putting them up to. Hopper knocks Flik to the ground and is about to squish Flik's head when Ada rushes in to stop him, tells him to leave, and helps Flik up, commending him for his bravery. Inspired by Flik's speech, the ants charge at Hopper's gang and scare the grasshoppers away. Flik and the other ants seize Hopper and shove him into the circus cannon, but the rain falls, prompting the ants to run for it, but Flik is still injured and collapses while running. As Ada rushes over to help Flik up, a humiliated and vengeful Hopper then pops out of the cannon and takes Flik hostage as he flies away. The circus bugs attempt to give chase but are unable to do so as they end up being stuck in a tree. However, Flik is rescued by Ada, whom he instructs her to take him across the stream to the other side where he has previously encountered the bird, knowing that the threat would never truly be over until Hopper himself was killed. As Ada watches worriedly, Flik faces Hopper, who backs him to the bird's nest and chokes him, vowing to be back with more grasshoppers next season. At that moment, the bird is awakened by the confrontation. Hopper realizes too late that this bird is real and it picks him up in its beak. With the bird distracted, Flik and Ada quickly hide in nearby and close their eyes to avoid watching the horrible scene of the terrified grasshopper being fed to the bird's chicks, and that was the end of Hopper. When spring comes, life in Ant Island has improved dramatically and the colony is making use of Flik's inventions to harvest grain. The circus bugs prepare to leave, and PT asks Flik if he is sure he can't come on a tour with them, to which Flik answers that he belongs to the island, as well as with Ada, who has since made up with him. The circus bugs thank Flik and, along with the ants, applaud at him for his heroism and intelligence. Ada then approaches Flik and kisses him, choosing him as her mate. Flik then rushes over to help Heimlich, who has emerged out of a cocoon, still a caterpillar, but now with small butterfly wings, into the air. As Flik waves goodbye to his friends, he is taken to a tree root by Dot and Ada for a better view. Thanks to Flik's courage, the colony would never be bothered by the grasshoppers again. First is to draw the body of the grasshopper, then draw the stripe for Flik. Next is to draw 2 legs and then draw 2 arms for Flik. Finally, draw the head of the grasshopper, then attach 2 eyes, draw the mouth to make the face and attach the antenna on the head for Flik. So the character Flik from the movie A Bug's Life has been completed. If you like this video tutorial, please like and subscribe button to receive the new notify. At the same time, download the app and go to the website DisneyStore to shopping online, as well as Disney Plus to watch some movies and TV shows for free, used by many peoples of the world. Thank you everyone and see you soon.